All right, so I'm back with another review here. It's been a while, but hey, here we are. I'm in my studio right now. Flood came in here, so I had to tear everything out, but getting everything put back in, and we're gonna get back on the ball. This is something I ordered for an event I have coming up, and this is a brand new light for DJ events. So without further ado, and this light wasn't anything too, special or spectacular. Kind of a cheaper light, but so we're gonna do a review on it. There's a lot of reviews out there, and they all were kind of, wonky donkey, So there wasn't necessarily 100%, consensus on the light, I guess we should say. So go ahead and, I got a flashing light there. Let's see. There you go. We've got some packaging peanuts. And it looks like there's some pretty decent tape on here. So let's go ahead and get something. I'm going to shut this light off. That light is freaking me out here. There you go. That's all right. I like a little bit more color to me anyways, rather than being washed out. Alright. And it will probably be a day or two, not for you guys, it'll probably just be a second, but we're wearing some different clothes because it'll probably be a different day that I actually test this out. But I didn't want to unbox it because I want to check it out myself, But I have a mix to do for a client today, and then I have to go to bed and wake up for a day job tomorrow. So this is the light. So in the box you got the light. And you've got box empty. Got yourself a power cord, your traditional kind of power cord for amplifiers, computers, those type of things. You've got your screws to screw on your handle or your mounting bracket. A remote. Instructions. So, you got your mounting bracket. We'll pop that on in just a minute. And then we got the unit. So, this is a little smaller than I anticipated it being. That's all right. And this is the unit. So, it has a strobe light, lasers, wash light, and I can't remember what this is called. So, but basically, you have 4 different lights in one, and it operates in the same way. So you can have certain ones on, certain ones off, and you can have them go to this, sound mode or to demo mode, all kinds of things. So, it's actually fairly light. So on the back you have your in and out XLR for the DMX, your power supply, and then you have your menu up, down, enter, and you have your mic right there. That is going to be for the sound, so it can hear the music, and it also has the output for the fan, so it can not get too hot. It's a pretty nice unit so far. I mean, it's exactly what I would expect it to be. A little smaller than I expected, but that's okay. I don't have a lot of room on my light tree anyways, and I didn't buy another light tree. So I got a bunch of wash lights on there right now. So I wanted something that was going to be kind of an all-in-one deal to kind of mess around with. Like I said, I don't have a lot of room on the light tree, and I just wanted something that was going to be cheap and kind of give me a couple different effects. It didn't have to be anything super fancy or nothing like that. So this was about $90. It's a bunch of different companies, so they're all probably made in China, But it's one of those things where, sometimes you buy shit from China and it works really great. Sometimes you buy it and it doesn't. So the reviews were a little mixed, more on the favoring side than not. So I was like, well, it's worth a gamble for $100 and to check it out. So, all right, everybody, I'm back and I got the light set up. I did have to do a little bit of testing, make sure I got the placement in there so the video ran a little bit smoother. So I got everything set up. The one thing that is kind of a bummer about this light, there's not an on and off button. So, I mean, the second you plug it in, it's go time. So the other thing I'll preface this with is I got a DMX controller coming. I'm not the best with DMX, so it's going to be a little bit more of a learning curve. I've been around some DMX controllers before, but nothing that I would consider to be like, I know 100% what I'm doing there. So, but this light needs to be able to be ran with the DMX. I mean, you've got 4 lights in one, so it'd be best to be able to set some different things up, especially strobe lights. Strobe lights are one of those things that work for some instances, not for other instances. It's when the lights can hurt somebody who has seizures, anything like that. So we want to make sure that, you know, we're being cautious of the people that we are DJing for. So the strobe lights will be on, there's going to be everything going. I'm going to kind of circle through. The buttons on the back allow for enter, menu, and up and down. So I know you can control some of the velocities. Yeah, I know you can control, or not the velocities, but the speeds and whatnot. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of play around with it. I'm going to see if I can get it onto a sound mode and then just run some music. And you guys are basically just going to kind of watch and hang out, and I'll kind of give you some thoughts at the very end. So without further ado, let's get to it. I did go ahead and take a look at the manual real quick, and the auto mode, the sound mode, is going to be an S1. There are some different ones, S2, S5, and so on and so forth. And then the VOL, which is actually a UL, is going to basically adjust how quick everything's changing and whatnot. So there are some different effects. This user manual is actually really easy to read. I don't know if you can get it, especially with the lights. But it really goes through everything and breaks down what all the codes are and everything. So I'm going to go ahead and give you another sample since it is on the mic mode right now. I got to do some more digging. This is going to be a lot more in-depth than what I was anticipating initially. But yeah, I mean, it has all the information for DMX control channels, everything as well. There's got to be a way to turn off the strobe light and leave everything else running. If you can't do it on the back panel, I know for sure you can do it with the DMX controller. You also can get DMX software, and then you got to have an interface that changes the digital to analog for the DMX. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and give you a little bit of a sample of the lights with the sound mode on now that I'm 100% sure which one it's on, and then we'll wrap it up. Alright, one final test I did is I went ahead and set up a couple of the other lights, some of the other watch lights I had. The mounting that I have, it doesn't allow me to, let me adjust this right here. It doesn't actually allow me to hang all of them because it's not quite big enough with how big this new light is. So, with that being said, I went ahead and set a couple up. I got 4 of them. I set a couple up on my desk there. I haven't figured out how I'm going to mount them all yet, but this is with all 4 of them going. So I've got some wash lights and everything else going at the same time. So. Alright, to kind of round this video out, overall, I think the light is a great starter light for DJs, anybody who's having like party or events or just needs another light around. One of the big downfalls, I think, is because everything's so close together, it's hard to get kind of a wide range of things. I mean, if you have a larger like rack unit and you can have them spread out all over, that way if one person steps in front of one light, another light is going to be going. This one, it's in one spot, so if somebody walks in front of it, it blocks out a lot of the different lights. So I wouldn't rely just solely on this one light. I would definitely get some other lights for it, or possibly look at getting each of these kind of lights individually. Now, I mean, you're going to be spending $400 versus $100 at least, so maybe a little bit less. You might be able to get them a little cheaper somewhere, maybe $300, $250 for some of the really cheap stuff, or like this kind of stuff. But I mean, overall, it's not bad. It's not bad for a small setup. It's not bad for a house party and stuff. I'm actually be taking this to a wedding where they want to do a lot of dancing and stuff like this. I'll probably continue to use it for a little while, but I'll definitely be getting some upgrading. I'm going to use this to learn how to utilize my DMX controller and stuff, and then I'll be upgrading some lights as I go along. But I had to buy a new subwoofer. I wanted to add some low end for this event. So overall, I think the light is good. I mean, it was worth the $100 I spent on it. So I will put some links down in the description to it. This isn't a specific brand or anything. Like I said, these come from China. All these different brands, one factory, rebranding them. That's it. It's all the same crap. So, other than that, if you like it, if you like the video, smash the like button, subscribe. I review all different types of stuff here. I got stuff about sneakers, comic books, all kinds of stuff. Anything that I get that's kind of nerdy or geeky, the stuff that I like, I go ahead and give you guys a review on. So, once again, grab it in the comments or grab it in the description. Other than that, see you later.